In front of you is the Rex Begonia. There's a couple different ways you can propagate this plant, and I'm going to take you through that today and to show you what you can do to propagate this beautiful plant, because you want to propagate plants once in a while because sometimes things happen and they just start dying. So I always like to have a couple more of the same plant around so I have backups. So I would suggest or encourage you to do that also. Let me show you right now how you can propagate this plant. Hey everyone, hey, it's Diane from Diane Mumm Garden Videos. If you pull the leaves up like this, you can see sections of plants down in here, and what you want to do is you want to pull some off. Now I've done this already and I'm going to show you what I did, but when I done this it kind of was stressful on the plant. It really was. So I pulled, you can feel them down in here. They're in the stem. You can feel the stem and it goes all the way down. You want to take it, you want to pull it all the way down, okay, just like this, and you can have a new plant. Look at that. Now, what I did this last time is I just planted it, and it really stressed out bad. So this next time I done it, I put it in some water, and it's still rooting. Okay. So it's kind of stressful for it. It really is. You want to get as much of this stem that you can down to the roots even if you can. Okay. Alright, so there's a nice looking plant. And you can also, you can take a leaf and just cut it off. And I want to show you something. I have some rooting right now. It's going to be exciting. You ready to see them? This is a slower way to do it, just by taking leaf cuttings. But it does work. Okay, now I wanted to show you this can be done because I wanted to do it before I made this video. I rooted these begonia leaves April 15th. Today is May 2nd. Okay, I wrote it down just to make sure. And what I did was I trimmed them off and then I stuck them in the water. I'm actually using an eggshell carton, the top of it, and as you can see there is roots coming out right here. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So what we can do, look at this one. It looks like it took a good 15 days. These have been in my north window, just on my kitchen counter in the shade. Okay, I'm sure there's ways you can speed this up a little bit, but look at this. Very neat, huh? The leaves stayed nice. They haven't gotten crinkled. They haven't got any brown spots on them. Really, really nice. Here's a couple that I just pulled those sections off. You got to be careful here because it looks like there's a little bit of molding going on this one. So I think I could plant this one already. Doesn't look too bad. What you want to do is to set them in water for a little bit before you plant them. Because what I did was, when I pulled one off, I just put them right in soil, and you know what happened? All the leaves got flat. All of them did. So I think giving them a little bit of drink of water, get them hydrated back, and then plant them. Because that didn't work for me, and I just wanted to share that. So with these, I think they've been in the water plenty long, and there's some old blossoms in here, and you don't want all that, and you've got a little bit of mold going on, but to pull all that off, it'll be fine. And then I might let them sit here for a little bit, and then we're going to plant them today. What I want to do is pull this blossom off right here. That's taking energy away from the plant. And take this one off. That's taking energy from the plant. And we don't want that. Okay, if you got a scissors, it'll work better. I just use the scissors and trim them off. Trim off the leaves that are maybe not looking so great, because all the new growth is going to be coming down in here. There's new growth already coming. So here's a blossom, taking that off, especially when we're starting to plant them. Just clean it up a little bit, clean these up, and then plant them. Now I think what I'm going to do is, I usually like to plant in threes. So I'm going to let this new one I just took off, I'm going to let it hydrate a little bit, and then we are going to plant these all together. What I'm going to do here is take these blossoms off also, just cut them off, because we want to get energy. We want to put all the energy into making new roots. So let's get back to the leaf. These are very easy to do. Just cut a leaf, root them in water. Very easy. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take 3 of these together and I'm going to plant them together in a pot. I am going to let the roots get a little bit longer. I'm going to let them set in here a little bit longer so they can get a little more root formation, okay? But it worked. This one is fantastic. Can you see it? Isn't that beautiful? So this is propagating the Rex Begonia. Very happy with it, and I hope you're enjoying this. We'll come back here in a little bit and we'll be potting up this begonia. So this section is called a rhizome. These will develop fibrous roots when you plant them. Technically, there probably could grow little leaves out of this section right here. I could probably cut this right here, put it on top of some soil, and then see what happens. I've never done it. It would be a good experiment to do so, because I don't think we need all this. This is again, this is a rhizome. The plants come out of the rhizome, as you can see here. Look at all this. See where the stems are coming out of the rhizome? All along the rhizome here, that's where the new growth comes out. So what's neat about this is, should be able to pull this off like here. I'm going to pull this one off. I'm going to set this on some soil and I'm going to see what happens with it. Now, did that hurt that? No, it didn't hurt it. I'm going to hydrate this now, and they're all going to be planted here. I will keep you updated on the new little on the rhizome here, and see if it does indeed take on some form of growth when I set it in a small pot, okay, with some soil. Hey everyone, today's May 6th. We're going to finally plant these cuttings that I took off my Rex Begonia. These actually will droop quite a bit when you put them in the water after you pull them off your plant. So make sure you let them sit in the water so they rehydrate, and so they're not floppy. You know, the leaves aren't floppy anymore. And once that happens, then, since these have been in the water, 2 of these cuttings have been in the water since April 15th. One was just maybe not quite a week ago. I'm just going to plant them, okay? Because, you know, it's been several days and I'm going to plant them. But the thing I'm going to do is, and I'll show you in a minute, I'm going to bring you in and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, as you can see, they're looking pretty perky. They look a lot better than they did when I first put them in the water a day or 2 after. So I got probably about a 6 by 6 pot here, really pretty pot, with some peat and perlite and a little bit of bark mix. That's what I'm going to use for my soil. It's a pro mix that I use for almost everything I do. And I wanted you to see these cuttings. Here's the rhizome right here. We're barely going to bury this when we put it in the soil. Now, I haven't done these before, but I'm pretty sure I can get them to take off pretty well. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to add humidity to the pot. So as you can see, here's the rhizome. This is where the plants normally come out, right here. Set it right in the soil like that, so it stands up a little bit. And this last one, I try to get them all a little bit, this one's a little taller. Set it in like that. Okay, now they might flop over a little bit. And we're just gonna water them in. I always like putting 3 to a pot, always do well that way. These guys do like it moist, really moist, but let them kind of dry a little bit in between the waterings. Now if you have something, a little stakes or anything that can help these stand up, you know, until they get situated in their pot, that would be the best. Now since the humidity is going to be, they'll be happy with the humidity, I'm just going to put a bag over them for a little bit. I'm going to be checking them every day, and these will be in a very shaded place so they can love their new surroundings. I'm also just going to put a few slits in the bag just so they can breathe with the scissors. That should do it. Update will be later. That's how I'm going to do it. Now, this was not the easiest way, but this way it wasn't so bad either. Just make sure when you plant them, they're not all limp. Because if you take them right off the plant and put them in the soil, they're going to droop really bad. Because I had some like that. I got actually a plant. I actually got a plant downstairs that I done that with. The plants got really droopy bad, and when I put it right in the soil directly, and it didn't work very well. So what I ended up having to do is cut all them leaves off, and then now I got new growth coming. For me, I thought the leaf technique was a little easier, but if you want a bigger plant right away, you want to do it with the cuttings. But as you can see the roots coming pretty nicely, and I'm probably going to be planting these soon. Just wanted to share them with you. The leaves have stayed really, really nice while I've been having them sit in this water. Look at that one. Isn't that one nice? Actually, why don't we plant a few of these today? So again, it's May 5th, and I rooted these begonia leaves April 15th. So we're just going to plant them. I'm going to be putting 3 per pot. These are just 4-inch pots. And before long, there will be some growth coming out anywhere in here. They should have some growth coming. Since I haven't done this before, it'll be interesting to see. Let's water that in really good. We're just going to plant them all today. I have decided. I think they'll be fine. I'm going to have them in my north-facing window for a while just to see what happens with them here, so I can keep a close eye on them. But isn't that neat that you can do this? All have roots. Very good. This one here fell out of the water this morning, or it must have been out for a little bit, so I'm going to let that one sit in the water for a little while. I'll just water these in good. Let that water run down through the pot. So there you go. What do you think? We'll get this one planted here in a little bit, as soon as that rehydrates. So that was really easy to do. Basically just have to have a little patience with this method. Now the other method where I took off the complete cutting with the rhizome, that one you also have to have a little patience, because once you cut them off, get really limp. Okay, but just give them time and sitting in the water. And I think they're going to be wonderfully fine. I really do, because look at that already. They look really good, and this bag should help them. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to have to check on them, make sure they're not staying too wet. So what do you think? Do you think you can do this? I think you can, and it was really fun to do. I'm excited to kind of watch these grow now. But if you have patience, this is the way to go. It's a little easier. May 18th update on the Rex begonia that I completely cut back and then just planted it. There's new growth coming everywhere. It's starting to look pretty nice. But this was another option for you if you had trouble with them really wilting and didn't look like they were going to come back. Cut your leaves off, and then they do start to leaf out again. It just takes a little bit longer, but it's coming along, and they look healthy, so I'm pretty pleased with it. I wanted to give you the update on the little rhizome I broke off. I had it sitting on top of dirt, on soil. Can you see the little growth coming? Well, this side was actually in the soil. So it is going to grow something. So that is something you can do also if you want to have patience and have time. May 18th update on the begonias I propagated. They're doing better. This one's doing good. It's not as limp anymore. There is a few leaves here though that you're going to find that you're going to run into that problem. But all you need to do is, if they get really ugly and limp and don't look like they're going to survive, all you got to do is cut them off, and they're going to be bringing out more leaves all the time. But that one looks good. Let's check out the ones we did just with the leaf cutting. Okay, it's May 18th on these two, and look how they're doing. They're not dying, are they? See, these all had roots, so they should be fine. How long it's going to take them before new leaves pop up, I really don't know. I really don't know. But so far, they're attached. I'm lifting them a little. They're attached. I have to be really careful though, because I don't want to pull them out. But they feel like they're secure. They're rooted down into the soil. So in time, oh, check this out. Here comes one. I didn't even know. Look. There comes a new leaf. Isn't that neat? Didn't even know it was there. Oh, here's some more. There's more coming. Look. Wonderful. I got these in an east window right now, and I think they'll do fine right there. That'll be perfect. They'll get some good lighting, and nothing real hot or direct, but it'll be some nice lighting for them to continue rooting down. They're gonna make it. That's what's exciting. They're gonna make it. I got new plants. I'm excited. This way's easy, I thought. This way was a little trickier, but putting that plastic bag over it really helped. It kept the humidity in, and it really helped it, I think, take root into the soil, and I just love the way it's looking. It looks good. It looks upright. So it works, guys and gals. Just give it time. It'll work for you too. So this is going to complete this begonia video. I hope that it helped you in some way today. Let me know if you are growing begonias. Let me know if you'd like to grow begonias. One thing great about begonias, you can grow them indoors, guys and gals, because look at my collection here. Look at them. The Rieger. Got the non-stops. Here's a new one. That's called Santa Cruz Begonia. Check that out. That is really cool. So this one's going to get repotted into a pot. They're all staying indoors because I don't want the bugs to be getting them outside and then try to bring them in this fall. But look at the orange, one of my favorite colors in the gardens, but they're going to be my favorite color indoors now. Blooming nicely. I thought I had all red, but look, I got a pink, and now I got a yellow. I'm also going to be sharing all my begonias on another video. So this was the Rex begonia. Make sure you give it a try if you want. I hope this encourages you to propagate your begonia plants. It was fun. I think it worked well, and I just love doing this kind of stuff and sharing it with you. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and check in the description area. I have a lot more information on begonias and how to grow them and what light requirements and stuff they need, especially in the home. So we'll see you next time on the next video. Bye-bye.